Alright, this piece of video is to showcase the delights of using the Sony Bravia TV digital video recording facility. The TV's got a stunning picture in it. This one is 3D 50-inch, which is good enough for me. And if you stick on a USB hard disk drive at the back, you can get a digital video recorder implemented, but it's a pig to use in the following ways. Firstly, almost none of the user interface is available until about 45 seconds after the TV is turned on. So that's a bit annoying, but okay, we'll go with that. But here's what you need to do in order to access the video recorder. You press Apps, you press left, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5 button presses so far. You have to select channel, even though you don't want to look at channels, that's 6. You have to wait for this channel guide to assemble, even though you have no intention to use it. Down, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 recordings. That's 13 key presses and a long wait to get into the guide. That alone is a firing offence. Whoever designed that experience for the millions of customers which Sony have worldwide, it's bafflingly incompetent. But that's just the first piece of misery. Here's another one. The database is entirely flat. I've got a 1 terabyte drive on here, and so there are a great many programs here, and if I want to find a particular program, it's not completely true, but one way to do it is to scroll right the way through it, and there aren't many better ways to do it. Let me show you what you're probably seeing here, the genre drop down. Yes, you can do some selectivity here, but it's dreadful. This is unknown and it's pretty much got everything in it. So whoops, oh dear, oh yeah, and I've done this, actually this is quite good. I accidentally pressed back, so I have to wait for it, and now to get back in I have to do all this and wait for it some more. This is the kind of user misery which makes a customer over a period of weeks and months despise your company and your products and tell all their friends. Anyway, back to the genre. You might think new means has not been watched, but as far as I can see it doesn't mean that. Entertainment, would you think Star Trek should be in there? Yeah, see, everything seems to be in there. Basically, this genre drop down isn't really usable. So we'll go back to all. So yeah, substantially finding something that you want to find, you can't really know what genre it's going to be in, which is why I say for all practical purposes you've got to be scrolling through it. This can take a long while, and as you can see it's repainting. It's slow. I don't know what they've got in here for a processor, but it's not up to the task. It's dreadful. I bought this TV in 2015, by the way. Yeah, it's grim. So that's the second problem, or the third problem. The next problem is that, okay, that's a Star Trek episode. Give me a clue about which one, won't ya? Nope. I can press options and I can get this menu up. File options, information. When it was recorded, but it's just not using the information which is widely available. This is a smart TV. It can access and does access the internet. So there's no indication of which episode this is. Now you may think, well, that thumbnail has given me a clue, but that's not necessarily the case. In this situation, for example, this one here, the thumbnail is of the channel logo just before the recording. It may be that for this one, this is actually a thumbnail from the program before, if it ran that way. And in most cases, look, Star Trek, the original series, but we've got Deep Space Nine, Cisco there. So that's not helpful. There is no way to see which episode this is except by pressing the button, by waiting, 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 waiting. Here we go. Okay, so now I can see it's one of the less one of the more ridiculous episodes, and we'll back out of that. Slow, 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 slow. We can't label that one now. You might hold it in your memory for a little while, but you're going to forget it. Okay, so that's a pig. The next thing concerns if you delete something. I'm not sure there's anything I really want to delete in my Star Trek collection, but let's keep going, see if we can climb out of the Star Trek collection. Again, we get to see the joy of a slow, flat interface. Wheeler dealers. Ed! Right, get rid of that. Options. Delete. Oops, delete one. And then you get to confirm. So that's a 6-button sequence. Now, yes, there is the yellow delete button down here. Let's use that. Delete. That's a 2-button sequence. So that's tolerable. And now, but you may think, well, that was easy enough. But no, you can't use the TV yet. And it's still not ready. Look at the logo moving icon at the top. That says I'm still busy. And what it's busy doing is rebuilding the icon cache, I assume. And now it's ready. So now we can start running again. But it's helpfully put us right back at the very beginning. So if I wanted to delete all the wheeler dealers, they'll all be up the other end. And all I can do is keep running over there. Well, actually, I can mark them. There is a way to mark them and delete them all at once. That took me an age to find. In fact, I confess I didn't notice the yellow delete button for quite some time. Too busy ranting, I should imagine. Anyway, I'm saying this is a miserable experience. It would be trivially easy to make this massively better. We don't want a flat database, we want to organise it, make these genres work properly, include episode descriptions or episode numbers in the database. Then you can see, oh, that's the one with the Gorn, whatever. Piece of piss, really. I can't fathom why Sony didn't do it. Unless it's because they sell a digital video recorder, or they have a deal with someone that makes one, and they wanted to make this usable but not very. But if anyone knows anything about this, I'm really interested to know. Have I got this wrong? Is it actually a gem of usability, and I just am too dumb to know it? Or if you've got the inside story on why Sony did it this way, or if you are Sony and you want to let me know, because I'm sure you give a damn for what I think, yeah, let me know. Be interested to hear your comments.